I have no idea what you're talking about, but we're going live. Good evening, guys. It's the takeaway. It's me, Mr. B. We've got Don P in the house. Yes, the same one who came down here, beating his chest like King Kong last week. We got Billy, who was away last week, and it looks like his light up isn't going to be here. Hopefully he will be joining us. And we've also got our resident, my partner in crime on a Friday night. If you don't know, he's our resident gooner, Anthony Herbert. Guys, it's the takeaway. Let's get the show on the road. Good evening, gents. How are we on this Friday?
I'm all good, Mr. B.
All good.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Well, look, I've had my Man United shows, spoken strictly Man United. Now we're going to be talking strictly Premier League. Don P, I have to take my medicine. Last week you came on the show, full of bluster, is what I would say. I thought it was. You came on there beating your chest. I said you weren't going to win. You said you were. You said you were going to show us Postecoglou Ange football, I think is the word you said. Matthew Bassett. Ange ball. That's the one. So, do you know what? It's only fair. It is a preview show, but I think we need to review. So, I purposely haven't spoken to you for 7 days. It feels like. So you have now your time. I can't respond. You've come on here. Give me your worst. I have to accept it like a man, and then we can move on.
Do you know what? I'm not even actually. Thank you, Mr. B. I'm not even actually gonna troll you. To be fair, I was extremely confident last week. It wasn't so much. I'm not even gonna say I told you so in terms of the winning, but I knew in terms of the style of play that we were gonna. The word I think I used was dominate. We didn't probably do that in the first half. I would say the first 30 minutes. Some people might say that it was end to end. Some people might say that Man United had the better of it. I think you guys had the better chances in the first half an hour with Fernandez's chance that he should have scored, and Rashford was clean through, and Vicario made a good save low to his right. But then even in the 30 minutes we started playing football, and then even in the first half, obviously we had the Pedro Porro, he hit the post, and that was followed up by Sarr, hit a deflection that hit the post as well. So that's when I knew that we was kind of coming back into it. And then in the second half is basically the football, the match. How the match went in the second half is how I envisaged it last week when we was talking in terms of the show. That's how I envisaged it. I just couldn't see how your midfield, based on how you did against Wolves, with Casemiro, looked like he was completely overrun against Wolves, and it was the same again against us lot. I'm not sure if it was I don't know if it was your formation of your manager, your Ten Hag's formation, where he left Casemiro exposed, or the fact that he was just completely unfit, because he looks like he's come away from the summer holidays completely unfit, or if it's a mixture of the two. But what I will say is that Basuma performance there is exactly how he's been playing in pre-season. It's like we've signed a new player. I'm really pleased how he's settling in. Another player that I was really pleased with was Papa Sarr. Papa Sarr is somebody that he played for us. He only got Conte only gave him a little bit of game time last year. It was against AC Milan. He had a really good game against AC Milan, but then Conte dropped him and started playing skip instead. So when I saw that he picked Sarr, Basuma, and then we had Maddison in midfield, oh my gosh, Maddison was just different gravy. So I was just so confident. I was also I told you about Destiny Ugogu. as well at left back. I just think he's going to be a phenomenal player. Porro at right back defensively surprised me. He literally pocketed Rashford in the second half. I was even shocked to see that. I'm not getting too ahead of ourselves. I'm not going to say Tottenham are going to do this, they're going to do that this season. I know that we're going to play good football, but I don't think, in all fairness, the game last week against you guys was a benchmark, because I am not overly impressed with how United are thus far. You might make some signings before the end of the transfer windows, and you might look a bit better. But as we stand at this present moment in time, I think it's going to be a long season for United. But yeah, I was very happy with the result. See, I think that was pretty calm.
Do you know what, guys in the chat? If any of you disagree with what Dom P has just said about his assessment of the game, said I have to take my medicine. I'm not going to disagree with anything you say. It's not for me to do. Does anybody in the chat who disagrees or agrees with what Dom P just said? Just just let us know, guys. I'm going to get the opinion from you two before we actually move on to the Chelsea game tonight. Opinions on the game last week, and is your assessment of Dom P exactly the same?
Well, I'm sorry, Dom P, but halfway through your speech, and I think I fell asleep. I was expecting a little bit more of a roasting, to be honest with you, but I mean, all right, fair enough in that. I do agree on to the certain extent that now Tottenham's got rid of Kane, I feel that you're passing more, you're getting more possession up front. I mean, when Kane was playing, it was just a quick pass to Kane, and it was just like feed him, and then you carry on and score. You're not doing that now. You're breaking the system up, and you're getting more people actually involved, which is a good thing. You deserve the win. I feel. I did say on last week's show you're going to be defending, and and you did do that. Hence the clean sheet. You defended, and you defended well. I didn't see much of Ange's inverted system. I got to be honest with you. I didn't see much of that.
Can I just come in there on that then? So you didn't see a lot of Destiny Ugogo. He was playing almost like as a defensive midfielder. The reason why Basuma was able to be so dominant is because he had Destiny on one side, and Destiny was making him forward runs through midfield into the box, into United box. Yeah, definitely inside. And then Porro was giving him, he was trying unsuccessfully in the first 30 minutes to receive the ball in midfield. Sometimes he was getting dispossessed, but still he was there in that position. That just enabled us to be more solid. So I definitely feel, if you look at the heat maps, you will see that the positions of our fullbacks was definitely more central than normal fullbacks.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, what I'm saying is you with this inverted system, you don't play it like Arsenal or Man City. I find. I mean, we're constantly inverted pretty much all the time. But I felt okay. There may have been periods through the game that every now and then you were playing it, but you weren't constantly doing that. But listen, I've got no problem, and anything the way you played, you deserve the win. I will say that, and this is coming from an Arsenal fan, as you know. So I think fair play to you. You scored 2 goals, you kept a clean sheet, and you move on to your next game, and
Exactly.
And that's it. I just know that in 3 weeks' time, you're just going to get your ass kicked. I'm sorry to tell you that, but and that's it.
Really, you take on the game before we go on to your one today.
I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I predicted the United win. If I'm honest, I don't. Obviously, being a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't want a London club doing well anyway. But yeah, I didn't see this when I was on a couple of weeks ago, and P was talking about this style that Ange's bringing and how he's going to be playing the inverted fullbacks and that. And I've got to give credit; he was spot on with how they played. Like the inverted fullbacks, for instance, like I just said, I thought they were spot on to what he was describing. Definitely a lot more. It's weird seeing. Yeah, it's weird seeing a team without Kane doing better because of Kane not being there. And I'm not saying that because Kane is a bad striker. I'm saying that because I think Tottenham relied too heavily on Kane for too long, and now we're seeing a lot more expressions and creativity from a lot of different players compared to just trying to rely on Kane too much. So, yeah, fair play to Tottenham, but I still like P said, it's a good result, but you can't be too hopeful of this season. It's his first season, and yeah.
And it was only United.
I can't say a word. I have to keep my mouth shut. We move swiftly on.
Oh, can I just ask you something, Mr. B, though? Because I haven't heard anything at all about your thoughts on the game, or
I have none. I have no thoughts on the game. If you're tuned in to the shows of the week,
I did tune in.
Yeah, and even Pipes was on yesterday, piping up, and he, already, he's not one to be leaving comments. He watches silently. So we were shit. If we had taken maybe a couple of chances in the first half, then maybe the game would have been different. But yeah, we deserve to get what we got. I can't sit here and disagree. You lot surprised me, especially in the second half. So look, I have to suck it up and take the medicine, man. I have to take the medicine.
Sorry, Mr. B, just before we move on, I'd love to move on, but I just want to say one more thing. With Garnacho, what's your thoughts on him exactly? Because the way I'm seeing it is, it's different being a starter and being a super sub that can come on in the 70th minute to bring a different level to it. Do you think that maybe Ten Hag has given Garnacho the chance and we've seen it sort of perish a little bit and maybe drop back down to the bench?
Yeah, I think I'm not going to say he was forced to play, but because we didn't have a striker, it meant that Rashford needed cover on the left. I think once we get the striker back in, whether it's Martial starting or Højlund starting, I think that's when Garnacho will be back to being on the bench. But until either of those two are coming, I think he's going to start. To be fair, I wouldn't mind Sancho starting over him, but I think he's going to start.
In response to Matthew Bassett's question, was that Porro's and Basuma's best performance? Definitely, Porro's, that was the best I've ever seen him defensively. I've seen him have better attacking games, but defensively, I've never seen him play. He really surprised me. I don't know if it was because Rashford, especially because it's more Rashford that was on his side in the second half, wasn't. I don't know if he was sulking or whatever, but Rashford doesn't look like he wants to play up front anyway. That's all I know. So I don't know if it was a combination of that, but yeah, he had a good game. Basuma's been playing like that since all of pre-season. He's been playing like that. But yes, in terms of the Premier League, it's probably his best performance. It's basically a performance like he was playing for Brighton, wasn't it?
Right, now we can stop talking about this bloody game now. Billy, Sterling today, top boy performance, and you
letting him off the hook. What about you're not gonna give him anything about?
No, I can't. He's not here. The person who was supposed to light him up isn't here. That's just the way it is.
Mate, he's scared. He heard I was coming on because I don't want to deal with Bill. I'm not doing it. Look, if we want to talk about the West Ham game, we can, but I would like to skip over it. But yeah, Luton, I didn't expect much of. Again, I feel like with that game, Chelsea seemed to switch off a couple of times. We had that chance with Chilwell where Chilwell sort of tried passing it.
And he was in the middle of the goal.
Yeah, he was literally on the penalty spot and he tried passing it. But I think that's a semi-confidence thing. You've got to realise he's got the captain's armband on. It may not sound like a lot, but it could affect some players differently. Maybe it's knocked his confidence a little bit in terms of goal scoring or trying to score more, maybe try and set up the team more. And then it looked like Luton were on the attack and they started playing out their skin, started getting a ball towards our box. I didn't like that. And then luckily Chelsea woke up and then we bagged a couple more. Sterling's performance, I think, was good. The issue with Sterling is when we haven't got the right system, it's very easy to see how poor Sterling can be. And I think with how Poch has sometimes played. Like when we played Liverpool and we played a 3-5-2 and had Sterling up front with Jackson, it was just really not working. But when we've got him playing like this on the wing a bit more and drilling the ball in and Jackson scoring and Sterling doing what he can do, it's good to see. I still would prefer Madueke over him. I think personally Madueke is a better player currently than Sterling. Not off just ability, but I think what Madueke offers the team over Sterling currently. But yeah, Sterling did well, and if he performs like that, he's definitely going to be getting more minutes under Poch.
Anthony?
I'll be honest with you, I predicted this scoreline right. Chelsea to beat Luton 3-0. I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch the game tonight. But I did hear reports, obviously, with Sterling, he played a good game. But as far as I know, that is pretty much that. But I just felt like with Poch, I think there was something that he must have done with that team tonight for them to come out and win. I know it's Luton at the end of the day, but to get a result like this against Luton is not bad for Chelsea. But I could see Chelsea. I could see them gradually starting picking up after this game. This is the game that we needed. Well, the game we needed to win to progress up through the league, sort of thing. So I think from now on, you might see a good Chelsea. I don't think their transfer window's finished. To be honest with you, I think you most probably might see another addition to the team. But as far as I know, that's all I can tell you on Chelsea. That's what I can speak on the behalf of them.
Don P.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but saw the result. I think, yeah, there's not really much to say really.
Luton,
I
did
think,
it? It's Luton.
yeah, Luton. They predicted their favourites to get the lowest points total ever.
Yeah, and that's
Ever,
under
even
11.
lower than Derby did. So
Yeah, Derby got 11,
yeah. So yeah, I think it's just really move on. Really, nothing much to say. Well done, Billy. That's all I can say.
Really, I'll say well done, but again, it was only Luton. I want United to play Luton, and then we'll see. Once we've all played Luton, we've all had given Luton licks, then maybe your 3-0 wouldn't have been the most impressive one, to be fair. But look, it gets the ball rolling for you. Look, and we move. Arsenal Fulham. Anthony, how you feeling about the game, my friend?
Well, I'm feeling confident. I don't think there's going to be many goals in this game. I'm going to go Arsenal for 2. Well, I predicted them to win 2-0. The only reason being is because that this is a game for me for Havertz. If he does not play well in this game, when I say give 100%, assist or maybe score a goal, if he doesn't do it in that, because he's had 3 easy teams and he hasn't done nothing in the first 2 games. If he don't do nothing in this one, I wouldn't even play him. I wouldn't even select him in the next game against Man United. Seriously, that's how it is. I've been defending Havertz, but now I'm getting at the end of my tether. I can't defend him anymore. I think he's just a number up there.
Can I quickly say anything on that point?
Yeah.
I just want to quickly jump in there, right? You say that you're sort of having enough of Havertz already. It's been, what, 2 games, maybe 3 games coming into it. We had this guy for years and we were hating him. Yeah. You've had him a couple months and you already want him out.
It's not like it's not having him out. Is personally, he's got to progress. He's got to step up. And at the minute, I'm not seeing anything from him. I mean, there's no. I'll be honest with you. I think there's more movement in my underpants than Havertz on the pitch. Seriously, I just don't. I think he's just a number, and he's just stood there. It's like a lost soul. He's not. He ain't doing anything. He's not getting much into the games. He's not coming off the marker, trying to free yourself, to get unmarked, to get into the box properly. I mean, a player like him, how tall he is, he should be getting on the end of things, like a cross or something. I mean, the man's 6'4" for Christ's sake. He could most probably out jump a centre back. So this is what I'm saying. But I mean, the only options we've got at the minute is obviously with Martinelli and Saka, Odegaard, and I only put, even though he scored goals for us so far in the game, Eddie Nketiah, I've got to put him into the equation as well.
So you're
He's
not starting Jesus? So Jesus doesn't walk straight back into the team tomorrow?
No, he's training. He's been spotted on the training pitch. He's been training with them. I feel he's gonna. It's like what I said. I think he'll feature up front against Man United. I think that Arteta will keep him back for the Man United game. Personally, we've got enough there to beat Fulham. Sorry,
Balogun.
Is Balogun still at the club?
Balogun. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's going.
Monaco.
He's still there. He's still there. Monaco, 40 million, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's going. Rumors are, I think Fiorentina is going to be left today or tomorrow. He's going to go to Real Sociedad on loan. He's got a chance there of playing 13 football and obviously playing Champions League football as well. So we're no longer going to have Fiorentina. So he's who we're going to fulfill in that left back position as well. Because obviously with Timber being out, he's either going to be Shevchenko, or if it's not him, he's going to be the centre back playing left back.
Yeah, the Polish guy, Kiwa.
Yeah, the Polish guy. Yeah, he's going to be him.
So yeah, because we already know that Arteta's doing the thing, isn't it, where he's basically just copying everything City do. So City play with all centre backs at the back. So Arteta's going to play with all centre backs at the back. That's
right.
He does, isn't it? He goes to type, isn't it?
Yeah, and at the end, and he's going to play Thomas Partey at right back in this one. So I hope he didn't play it against Man United, because to be honest with you, that we would lose against Man United if we played Partey at right. I'm not slating the guy. I think he's a good player, but play him in his position.
Yeah, and Pep done the same thing, playing midfielders at left back. Right back. Did he play Bernardo Silva at left back?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did. Yeah. So we have got options here in this game. But yeah, in all fairness, Mr. B, I think it should be comfortable for Arsenal.
Score prediction?
2-0 Arsenal.
Score prediction, gentlemen?
Go on, P. Go first.
Yeah, I'd say 1-0 Arsenal. By the way, Mr. B, I got a couple of results right, but are we not keeping this running tally? No,
and you know what? Thanks for reminding me. Again, I have forgotten. Again, I've forgotten. What I want you to do me. You see, when it's not a Friday, don't tell me anything on a Friday, because my head is always a mess on a Friday. Yeah. Come back holiday Monday, we'll talk. I'll go back on the shows and I will watch them and get the list of our score. Who said what, and then at least we can keep a score, because I know I've got all of mine wrong so far, so I actually don't mind about not keeping the score. But I'm convinced that you and Anthony have got a couple right already.
Yeah, we have. We got the Liverpool run right, and I can't remember if I said 1-0 City. I can't remember. I think I did say 1-0 City against Newcastle. It's either 1-0 or 2-1. I said. I think it might be 1-0.
So anyway, we'll work it.
Anyway, so the Arsenal Fulham, I'd say 1-0. I think it's a good time to be playing Fulham. Fulham now, obviously, Mitrovic, he's gone to Saudi Arabia now, hasn't he?
Has he finally gone? Gone.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The deal. They haven't really got much up front. So yeah, I can't really see them scoring against Arsenal. That's it, really.
If for what it's worth, I'm going to go 3-0 Arsenal.
Oh,
I think it's going to be a cakewalk. I think it's going to be a walk in the park. There's going to be no threat from Fulham, no outlet at all. And I think you lot are just going to dominate them. Tomiyasu suspension, I don't think it's going to affect you at all. I can see it being a 3-0, and Jesus coming on and doing. I think Saka, to be fair, I think Saka's going to be the guy who causes the most problems for you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
As much as it hurts me to say. Yeah, as much as it hurts me to say.
One
Yeah,
sec.
go.
Do I
Yeah,
not
go
get a
on.
prediction?
Oh shit! Did I
know I was
forget?
You forgot
Sorry.
Billy.
I know I was only gone a week, but geez,
Sorry,
can't
man.
leave me out already, man.
Listen. I told you lot. You lot know how what my Friday brain's like. You don't just have to remind me when I skip past you. Don't take it personal.
No.
I'm gonna go with the 2-1 Arsenal. I think I don't.
What's so funny, Anthony?
I think it's gonna be a lot.
What did you want him to say?
No. It's nothing to do with football. I was laughing at what Mr. B was saying.
What did I say? What did I say? What did I say?
No, you said, "Oh, my brain on a Friday is like, yeah, I don't know." I'm off.
Yeah, Friday's not the best day of the week for me, memory-wise, boy. Go, Billy. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, I can't look. I'm going to go with the 2-1 Arsenal. I think it's going to be a lot closer than what people might think. I think Fulham are going to try and grind it out. I think they're probably even going to try and nick a goal. I think Arsenal are going to have a lot more chances, but I think Leno, looking at what we've seen from him so far, I think it's going to be tough to get past him this season. So, yeah, I'm only going to go with a 2-1 win to Arsenal. I still think Arsenal definitely have a lot more ability-wise compared to Fulham to completely play them out the park. But, yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal.
Bournemouth, Spurs.
Bournemouth 5-0.
Obviously, Don P, I'm gonna give you the floor for this one. When you finish, give us the small prediction. We'll then go Anthony and
So Madison got a knock against you guys. He left the stadium. He left White Hart Lane with a boot in a cast. Yeah, in a boot. Yeah, in crutches. He left in crutches. Yeah, but when he was asked about it, he said it was just precautionary, and the club just said it was precautionary. He didn't train. He hasn't been training all week, but he did his first training session today or yesterday. Today, but so we got an early kickoff, I think, tomorrow. So I'm not sure if he's going to start. Yeah, 12:30. So I'm not sure if he's going to start. So we might play Lo Celso instead. Other than that, I think it will be the same team. I think it's going to be pretty close and 2-1 Tottenham.
So you think that Bournemouth are going to do better than we did?
Yes, definitely.
Okay,
definitely. I think especially as well because I'm just saying it is what it is.
Yeah, go on, go on.
But see, the big thing is Bournemouth's always our difficult ground to go to at their ground. You know, going away to Bournemouth, everybody has a little bit of trouble. I think we'll still get the win, but I'm not overly confident. Whereas I knew against United, you guys will give us an opportunity to play. Bournemouth ain't gonna do that at their ground.
Have you finished?
Yes.
Thank you. There's no more United Spurs talk, bruv. You've had your 2 minutes of glory. Now piss off.
Yeah, 2-1. Welcome,
Billy
Stoney.
boy. Oh,
yes.
40 million. 40 million. We discussed that, Stoney. Yeah, he's gone for 40 million. Billy.
Yes.
Score prediction.
I think it's going to be another Tottenham battering. I think
another one. Who did they bat? Oh, who did they bat?
Yeah, no, I'm going to go with a 3-0 to Tottenham.
3-0. Anthony.
Yeah, I think Bournemouth's going to give Tottenham a good game here, and obviously being at home with home advantage. I haven't really seen much of Justin Kluivert, if I'm honest. He's obviously played games in that, and is his first time in the English Premier League. So you've got to obviously give him a season to adapt in. I feel that the same again is what Don P said. I feel they're going to be. I think they're going to play better than Man United against Tottenham. But the only problem is that with Tottenham is their attack. They're really doing well without Kane, and the possession they've got up front. They've got their they're doing really well. Dompe, I'm sorry to say this, but Richards, God, he is absolute crap.
Yes.
Richards,
You don't need to apologize. No need to
he
apologize.
is rubbish.
Yeah, no need to apologize.
Absolutely rubbish. Oh my God! So I don't know where you got it'd be a couple of goals for you, but I really do feel that Bournemouth is going to give you a game here. I really do, and it's going to be. You're only going to if you're going to win. If I have to give a score prediction in this game, I'll most probably go same game 2-1 Spurs.
I'm actually going to agree with that. To be fair, I think Bournemouth are going to sit in. I don't know how good Spurs are going to be playing with banks of with a 5 and a 4 or a 4 and a 5.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a difficult game. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. So yeah, I'll go 2-1 Spurs. Another win for them to move them up the table earlier on. But look, we'll see how it goes, innit? Man United Forest. We've got them tomorrow, 3 p.m. I don't know what changes Ten Hag's going to make. I know who I want to start. I want it to be Rashford on one side and Martial through the centre. As long as Rashford's on the left, playing in his position, I think we'll be okay. Our problem is Luke Shaw's out with a muscle injury, so we have no idea who he's going to replace him with. And if you mention his name on the stream again, you just a straight delete. And Monday's not on here to protect you, so no, Maguire. I don't even know if Maguire's going to be in the squad. I would love him for what Ten Hag and the way Ten Hag is doing it. I would love him not to be in the squad again because he's been told to leave. He's been asked to leave politely, and I think now with 7 days left, I think they've got to try and force his hand a bit. So I don't know who else is still interested. I know Everton were interested, but Everton are broke. They ain't got no money. The ideal move for him would have been West Ham. There is rumours about Aston Villa, but whether or not that's true
Aston Villa got loads of defenders.
Mings is out for the season. He's done his ACL, innit?
Yeah, but then they signed what's his name from Villarreal.
Pau Torres. Yeah, but I think he was an extra. I don't think they expected him to be playing so much games. But look, it depends. But I'm quite confident of a home win. I'm not so confident that it's going to be a smashing. But I'm looking. I did say I think I said 2-0 earlier on in my other stream, but I'm feeling no. I went 1-0. I wanted a 1-0, but I'm going to go 3-0. I'm feeling really confident. Geordie, big up my friend. I've not seen your name before. I could only assume that you're a Newcastle fan. Welcome to the band. Listen, you're gonna see some expletives going across there in a minute. Yeah, look, I'm gonna go 3-0. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an easy win, but we're at home, so I'm expecting a win, a bounce back, and some sort of something to kind of dangle, some character dangle before we have to go and play Arsenal at the Emirates. What you thinking score prediction wise, Anthony?
I don't think there's going to be many goals in this game, Mr. B. I feel Forest is going to. I think they'll give you a good game. I think the player they bought from you, is it Anthony Degara or what's his name? Forest bought.
Who's that? Alanga.
Alanga, that's it. Yeah, Anthony Alanga. I reckon if he plays, he's going to be up for it. I think he I think he'll do well. So I'm going to go for what our scoreline was. The first game of the season. I go 2-1 Man United.
2, okay.
Yeah.
Billy, what you got?
Nottingham Forest have got us after you, so and they're away for that as well. So I'm probably gonna have to come back to me. Go Dompy. Let me think.
Talk to me, Don.
So if it was any other team apart from Forest or Luton, I would say that you guys weren't winning. But because you guys have landed on your feet during Forest this week, I think you're gonna win. It's gonna be close, but no, it's not gonna be close. Actually, I see you winning 2-0. I think you're gonna win 2-0. So yeah, that United fans.
Is that not close? 2-0.
Nah, I don't think that's close. I think that's a good. The 2-0 is a good win.
Clear
Clear win.
What you got, Willie?
I'm gonna go with a 1-1 draw. It all depends on how Ten Hag sets up. If he plays Sancho or Garnacho and puts Rashford,
Mute him, Mr. B.
I reckon it. Bring it on. Come on.
I'm not, you know what? I'm not even. This is you lot score. I'm not saying nothing because I did this last week and got sing so now. Okay, if that's what you think it's gonna be, then that's what we have to accept. You know what I mean? I'll have to. I'll take that all the way.
Be careful of Gibbs White though, man. Remember I tell you about Gibbs White.
And he plays on their right hand side, yeah.
He
He's
plays
a
more
central.
Central.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut. Who haven't I got a score prediction from? Because I know I've missed somebody out.
No. You got everyone's.
Everyone.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. There's another bigger game on the. There's another big game on Sunday, which is left Newcastle versus Liverpool. Shit.
Why have you got Brighton v West Ham up? Bro?
Yeah.
The Friday night, folks.
Oh yeah. What did he say, Anthony? That his head's not right on the Friday.
No, he's not right on the Friday.
Look.
You know what? Yeah, Mr. B, get a shirt. My head's not right on a Friday night. Get that on your shirt.
Right, look, I got it right now. Why isn't it here?
Here we go.
Right.
Yes.
Newcastle, Liverpool.
Oh, you know what? Newcastle are winning. Sorry.
Oh, I think you can give your
Yeah. No, I didn't realize they're playing at St James's Park. Yeah, Newcastle are going to get 3 points. It's going to be. I know Stoney's is in the chat and probably looking at this, but he's going to be upset. But yeah, I think Newcastle, after their loss against City, they're going to want their revenge. So Geordie, he says 2-1.
No,
8-2. I think it's going to be. It could be a high scoring game, you know. I could see it being something like is it a 3-2? Can Newcastle score 3 goals though?
Yeah, I think they. To be fair, I think
they could do because they got Tonali now, and then they got all the things.
Yeah,
I
think
I'm going to do a tear up.
The one.
Yeah, but I think Newcastle are going to concede. Liverpool are going to concede. Liverpool are going to concede. So 3-2. 3-2 Newcastle.
Anthony.
You know what? There is goals in this game, and it's going to be a brilliant game. I think this could be the game of the weekend. It's got this match here, and I got to be honest with you, I can't really separate the two at the minute. I'm going to go for a 2-2.
Desmond.
Yes.
Billy.
Originally, I said 3-2 to Liverpool, and I think that it was going to be a tough game for both teams, and I think that Salah was going to score a late winner. That was my prediction, but I'm looking back now and I'm thinking it all depends on Liverpool's midfield and how they want to play it. They've got McAllister, Szoboszlai, and Gakpo, their striker, playing centre mid. Then it's going to be wraps. It's going to be wraps for them with Tonali, Bruno, and then whoever else in the midfield. It's going to be a long day for Liverpool. So
the big
isn't he injured? I think Joe Linton's injured. You know?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, I think he might be injured.
I know Newcastle have just signed Lewis Hall from Chelsea, so he can play midfield. He can also play left back if need be. But
Billy, how do you feel about that? By the way, we talk about the score things. I mean, are you upset? Do you think it's good money for his age? What do you think?
I think it's a value I'm willing to accept for a player of him being so young. He showed a lot of promise for Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? He's playing against Liverpool and balling out. So he's clearly one that has got a promising future in the Premier League. But I think the deal's right for how he is now. And obviously, do you know what I mean? he supports Newcastle. He's a Newcastle boy, so it
How did
makes.
that work?
What do you mean?
I only know one person in London that supports Newcastle. He's like our best friend's cousin. Like
Yeah,
he's the only person I know that supports Newcastle and lives in London.
I know too. Yeah,
You know too?
him
Oh.
and Knox, his friend. He's a
Okay.
Chad. Yeah, I know too. But look, it happens. It happens. Who knows? Who knows? They might like black and white stripes. Who knows? But sorry, we cut you off again. So we was talking about. Go.
What's your score, Billy?
But I'm gonna go. Yeah, because it's at Newcastle's ground. I'm gonna go with a 3-2. I think Newcastle are just gonna edge it.
I'll take the 3-2. I think 3. I think he's actually 2, probably 2-2. To be fair, I'll go 2-2. I'm not sure that they can score 3. I think Kanata is injured for Liverpool, which is good. The fact that they've got McAllister back is a benefit to them. But I still don't think they're strong enough in midfield. I think that they will get dominated in midfield. Gomara's, Tonale, and said whoever else they play in there, I think they're going to be too strong for them tomorrow. And I do see Isak scoring a couple.
Don't forget though, Liverpool have got that guy, isn't it? They the other version of Endo.
Who's that?
Liverpool signed the defensive midfielder.
That Japanese guy.
The Japanese captain.
Sherbet. Well, look, is he going to play? I have no idea. I don't know anything about him. Did he play the last?
He signed in time. He signed early this week.
Okay, it's going to be interesting. Big up, Vincent. Welcome, my friend. Welcome. Okay. Oh, it'd be interesting to see then. To be fair, I wasn't sure. I'm not absolutely sure. But look, we're going to do one more game before we decide that we're going to duck out of here. And it's Brighton West Ham. Obviously, Brighton are playing. Brighton are top of the league, aren't they?
Yeah.
2-2. Yeah, 2-2. Is it what's the manager's name? Dezabi?
Yeah.
Dezabi. Yeah, Dezabi. He's got a system that seems to work. They got rid of a couple of players and it doesn't seem to have altered the way that they're playing. I can see Brighton winning tomorrow. But I can see West Ham having confidence after beating Chelsea the way that they did. So, but I'm still gonna go 2-1 Brighton, 3-1 Brighton, 2-1 Brighton. I'll go 2-1 Brighton. Yeah, 2-1, 100% 2-1. Anthony, what we got?
Yeah, I'm going to go the same as the B. I'm going to go 2-1 Brighton. I mean, obviously, because they had, I think it was Wolves they had last weekend, 1-4-1. I got to be honest with you, that March, that player that's on the wing, he scored 2 goals last weekend. I thought,
Matumbo.
Matuma.
No, he's It's Solly March. Solly March. Yeah, he scored 2 goals last weekend, and I thought, what a player he is. That guy's a baller. I reckon he'll score in this game as well. If he put what he played last weekend, if he could put that in this game against West Ham, I could just see nothing but Brighton winning. To be honest with you, so yeah, I'll go 2-1 Brighton.
Billy?
I think it's going to be an upset to Brighton, if I'm honest. I think West Ham are going to win it. I think the way Moyes has got West Ham playing, obviously beating us, I think James Ward-Prowse, Deadpool specialist, and when you've got some huge guys in the box,
see the size of them.
Yeah, they want nothing more than to win headers. Brighton ain't blessed in the height department. Brighton aren't blessed in the physical department. They've got small, techie players who like to play attacking, flowing football, stuff like that. I think Brighton are definitely going to nick a goal, but I can see West Ham easily getting 2 from set pieces and then Moyes just parking the bus.
So you've gone 2-1?
Yeah, 2-1 West Ham.
Okay. Don P.
3-1 Brighton. Confident Brighton at home. De Zerbi will, I think, have West Ham chasing shadows, but they will probably score a goal, as Billy says, from a set piece. But yeah, so 3-1 Brighton. I think So yeah, Sonny March is a decent player, but I really like Matoma.
Matoma.
Yeah,
Matoma.
Matoma. I really like him, man. I think Matoma is probably one of the best wingers in the league. I would love to have him at Tottenham. He's so good.
What, over Son?
Yeah, as doing that position as a winger, Song isn't really a winger anymore. He's playing there because the Ange Postecoglou system, he wants the wingers to stay really wide, like what Pep does, to kind of to shrink. But Son is better being more like a forward. But Son's strength is his finishing. Like both feet, Son is wicked at finishing. Son can't really take on players like he used to 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago, he would basically do his little bit of skill, run past him. He's not that player anymore. So yeah. Anyway, we start talking about Tottenham instead of Brighton. So it's 3-1 Brighton.
Don't forget that inverted system as well. Yeah.
No, don't worry.
No,
You'll
it's
see
inverted. That's the whole point of it. That's the whole reason. They're inverted. The inverted fullbacks. Our fullbacks will take the wingers inside and leave Son 1-on-1 with his defender that he's got to pass. That's the whole point of it. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think Son is set up to do that. But why, Anthony? Why are you so upset that Tottenham play with inverted thingy? Do you think it can only be called it's strictly copyrighted by City and Arsenal or something? Like other teams do play that position, you know. Even you heard Mr. B saying United play it.
Yeah, but I don't really. I mean, you don't do it to the standard of what we do it or Man City. And
We've been playing it for a whole year. We've been playing it for 2 games. We've had 2 games, Anthony.
You do not play that inverted, my ass.
God almighty. Okay, Anthony.
Yeah.
You will see in 3 weeks. I can't believe we're already getting this guy worried, you know. We're no threat. We haven't got Kane. We're a one-man team. We're no threat. We're going to finish mid-table. That's what all you guys were saying at the beginning of the stream last week. So don't worry about us.
I'm not.
With
No,
that-
no, I'm not. I just feel that, you know, I just don't see that much of the what you call the inverted. I don't like the tactics myself. But I think they're rubbish. I think it's ludicrous to play that inverted system. I prefer the old-fashioned go up the wings and that's it. And you know, let the left wing back over. You know, so it helps like that for the winger. So you know, he can overtake. And then when that left wing back overtakes, like let's say it's Fiorentina with Martinelli, that allows Martinelli to go drift into the box then, look, so we can, you know, receive the ball from Tinney and, you know, have a chance on goal. It's basically he's just swapping it round, like, you know, so it gives a player a break, like, you know, so they're not exhausted before the final whistle. That's what that's the position and the style of play I prefer. This inverted stuff is absolutely.
You sound like bloody George Graham.
Oh, I know. Do you know what? Best manager for Arsenal ever.
Oh my
God.
I would leave that choice to you. And with that,
yes,
guys, we are on our limit. Billy, thank you very much. I will, Don P, please remind me before next week to get the tally up. The streams are there, so I'll be watching them. Anthony, thank you very much. And I know you said you're probably going to be late next week, but that's no headache. Just jump on when you're ready, no problem. Don P, I took my licks. Hopefully you will be taking some blows next week from Bournemouth. If not, then look, she may be close to being top of the league, and then we may be having a different conversation.
No. We Arsenal are maximum points. City are maximum points. Who's the other team that's maximum points? Brighton are maximum points. So now
I went that score, Vincent. Sorry for cutting you off because I'm going to forget. I went that score, Vincent, as well. 3-1, by the way. Sorry, Don P. Sorry for cutting you off. Go on.
No. All I was saying is that we're not going to be near the top of the league because we dropped points against Brentford. So, do you know what I mean? But the season is long.
Yeah,
but
I know.
all I will say though, United fans, United agenda, please tune in to the next installment of Angel.
Who did I say? Did I say Billy? Did I say? I didn't say thanks. Who did I say bye to?
You did, Anthony.
Is that everybody?
Yeah, that's everybody, Mr. B. Yeah.
Lovely. Look, Friday night. Look, it's kicking in, guys. It's kicking in. Guys, in the chat, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. We will be back in a couple. With the takeaway, we'll be back next week, Friday. But hitting up a notification bell, we should have a reaction show between Saturday and Sunday. But from that, we are out. Thanks for watching. Bye.